Hey everyone, what's going on? Joey here, and this past week we were introduced to 3 new characters, one of which is continuing on to next week's episode, which is for another video because it's not on Wednesday. Anyway, long story short, we're going to reveal who's under the mask of the Lambs. That's right. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe, you turn on notifications, and you give this video a thumbs up. Let's get started. So, with the Lambs, it's quite interesting. You see, we only have 1 week of clues, and the new format of The Masked Singer has gotten it down to the point where we see these characters sometimes for only even like 40 minutes before we have to reveal them. But in the case of the Lambs, they were able to, let's say, beat out Robo-Girl, though I thought that maybe Robo-Girl should have continued. But long story short, the Lambs are moving on to next week's episode, and I figured we can break down all of these clues. We can go ahead and figure out who these people are. There's enough clues here to do that. And so we're going to go through word by word everything they have given us, even all the way back to like before the season started. So let's actually start off with the clue package they gave us. Their clue package, they said this. There's a lot of clues in here, so make sure you hear them out. Did you really think we're going to miss out on Muppet Night? No real clue in there, but not a chance. Miss Piggy has been our style icon since we were little, so they've known each other for a very long time. Remember that, they've known each other for an extremely long time. We practically grew up with each other, Yeah, we've been Beverly Hill besties from day one, so Hollywood, Beverly Hills. We were quite the group and loved playing pretend, once again showing that they've known each other for a long time. Little did we know, our game of make-believe would turn into a massive career on stage and on screen. So, they're singers, and of course, they're in front of the camera. We travel the world, grace billboards, and grace countless red carpets. Not many people can say they lived out their childhood dreams side by side with their besties, but we can. Now we're playing dressed up all over again and ready to show blah blah blah, but the swing, okay. Visual clues that we had were jeans with the word famous on it. We saw golfing, swings, and things like that, like golf swing. And we saw Venice in California, which is a interesting clue. For those who haven't been to California, it's actually an area by the ocean. It's called Venice. It actually looks like a mini version of Venice, the real Venice in Italy. And then the last clue was a diamond ring. There were some extra clues, like Miss Piggy had asked them some questions, and she really didn't get anywhere except for the fact that they know Paul McCartney, which is a kind of big clue there. Then we can go to the pre-episode clues, things that we saw on like TikTok, Instagram, and then one clue going all the way back to the beginning of the season. So before we even got to the episode during our live stream, The Masked Singer uploaded a little video about the Lambs. It was a quick little video of a stage with a brick backdrop, the curtains open, it said Lambs, and then it closed. We saw another clue thanks to the masked verse, which was a beach ball. And then if we go back to like a week before the show even aired, they were doing those X-ray clues, and for the Lambs it was a bottle of milk. Some big clues there. Anyway, let's go over the pitch correct audio. I have to say, this one's definitely interesting, and bear with me as I'm going to play the whole thing through. You see, when there's 3 different people, they could potentially pitch correct all 3 of them differently, which kind of makes it a little bit harder on my end, but I think we kind of nailed it. And so I'm going to go ahead and play the original audio that they gave us, Fox gave us, of the Lambs, and then I'm going to play the whole, I think maybe it's like 35 seconds of the pitch correct audio, because there's 3 of them, so you have to hear all 3 voices, and I promise you one of them will stand out. Anyway, take a listen to the audio.
Did you really think we were going to miss out on Muppet Night? Not a chance. Miss Piggy's been our style icon since we were little.
Did you really think we were going to miss out on Muppet Night?
Not a chance. Miss Piggy's been our style icon since we were little.
We practically grew up with her and each other.
Yeah, we've been Beverly Hills besties from day one.
We were quite the troupe and loved playing pretend.
Little did we know, our game of make-believe would turn into a massive career on stage and on screen.
We've traveled the world, graced billboards, and grazed countless red carpets.
Not many people can say they lived out their childhood dreams side by side with their besties, but we can.
Now we're playing dressed up all over again, and we're ready to show you that we have not lost our swing.
So remember, we're looking for a group of girls that obviously traveled before. They're singers, they've been on screen, and they're from Hollywood / Beverly Hills. they've got famous genes. Who do you think they are? Because that pitch correct audio definitely revealed 3 voices that, maybe my generation, we kind of know a little bit. The younger ones, I definitely know they don't know. But this is Wilson Phillips. Hands down, Wilson Phillips. And it's hard to do maybe a comparison to the pitch correct audio, but I just kind of grabbed like a little bit of each of them speaking, and then I'm going to play the pitch correct audio that we can kind of hear their voices. And then their singing voices, because they haven't really performed live in a while. It's kind of hard to find something with a high quality of them live. But let's play the pitch correct audio, compare that, and the singing voices. Here you go.
Did you really think we were going to miss out on Muppet Night?
Not a chance. Miss Piggy's been our style icon since we were little.
We practically grew up with her.
Inspiration like this.
That was our normal. I was really in a dark.
Now, if that is not enough to convince you, we can break down all of the clues in the clue packages. And it looks like from this, we actually have every single one of them lining up to it being them. So if you're saying it's someone else, please in the comment section, show me a list of clues and tell me how it points to it being someone else. Starting off with the clues they actually spoke during their clue package, saying that they've been in Beverly Hills besties from day one. Well, they grew up with each other outside Los Angeles, so Beverly Hills kind of works out. They travel the world, grace billboards, graze countless red carpets. Well, their 1990 debut album sold over 10 million copies worldwide. That is pretty massive. So traveling the world, billboards, countless red carpets, it makes sense. They were a very, very big group all the way back in the 90s. So yeah, all that's true. The visual clues. Famous genes. This is interesting because Wilson Phillips is actually the combination of 2 different last names thrown together. You see, the parents of these 3 are very famous. You're talking about Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys. Yes, the Beach Boys. That's a big one right there. And then John and Michelle Phillips of the Mama and the Papas. It's probably a band the younger generation doesn't know, but Google it. You might actually recognize 1 or 2 of the songs. So famous genes would refer to the fact that they come from a very famous family. It's in their genes. Get it? It kind of works out. Next was golfing, and China Phillips was in Caddyshack too. Venice, California. Well, the Wilson sisters and the Phillips grew together in Los Angeles, or outside Los Angeles, and that's outside Los Angeles. Diamond Ring. This is a big one right here. I didn't know this, but they were in the Bridesmaid movie, and I have to rewatch that movie because I remember watching it years ago and it was hilarious. I don't remember them being in it, but supposedly they were. Some extra clues that they worked with Paul McCartney. Well, we know that their families were really close to Paul, and there's a couple articles talking about how Paul McCartney was always over their house. So did they work together? I haven't found a song that he actually wrote on. He may have played the instruments as uncredited, but it is possible that, yeah, he may have worked on a few of their songs. The X-ray milk bottle, and I thought this one was interesting. This goes out to King James, by the way, who actually gave us this one. There is a milk of magnesium company called Phillips. The Phillips milk of magnesium milk bottle, that works. And then the last clue, the mask verse clue, which is a beach ball. Well, as I said earlier, Brian Wilson is from the Beach Boys. Boom. There you guys go. Did you get it right? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Please let me know in the comment section. And if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, turn on notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. I'm Joey. Make sure you join me an hour before each show so that we can do the Masked Singer pre-show live stream for whatever episode that is. Anyway, I'm Joey. Stay safe. See you later. Bye. Money.